What's up, Halloween fanatics? I figured I would share my thoughts about how the Halloween franchise can reboot after Halloween ends. However, some Halloween fans don't like the idea of creating new Halloween movies. Me, I don't mind them at all, as long as they're entertaining and dark. Except if they're gonna be like Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. If they make a movie of that caliber, they might as well shut down the whole franchise forever. But in all seriousness, the Halloween franchise can go in any direction. It has so many timelines, from the original being a one-off, to the H2O timeline, to the Thorn trilogy, to the Rob Zombie adaptations, and of course you have the new Blumhouse movement. But the first idea I want to introduce is a complete Halloween 4 sequel. And it's no secret that people hate Halloween 5. Of course, Halloween 5 is one of my favorite Halloween movies, but I feel like Halloween 4 could be a perfect opportunity for a sequel. It's often deemed as a fan favorite. Just think about how intense the Halloween 4 ending was. It's limited opportunities. A lot of people, including Danielle Harris, have hinted that they wouldn't be opposed to making Jamie Lloyd the new killer, sort of like Michael Myers' sidekick. In all honesty, I hate that idea. My suggestion off the top of my head would be for Michael Myers returning to Haddonfield, searching for Jamie Lloyd. But the twist would be Laurie Strode coming back from faking her death, trying to rekindle things with her older daughter Jamie Lloyd. And with the tension between the two because Laurie Strode abandoned her as a child, they have no choice but to bond in order to kill Michael Myers for good. And I guess you could have Laurie Strode coming out of hiding or witness protection or whatever you want to call it, because random murders have been occurring in Haddonfield, and she's gonna go back to Haddonfield, and she's determined not to abandon Haddonfield or Jamie Lloyd again. But consequences may linger with her coming back. And at this point, the history of Haddonfield is a shell of itself. Halloween is still a big tradition in the town, but this Halloween will be bloody. Just imagine what you could do with the opening scene of this movie. Have Jamie Lloyd visiting her stepmother's grave on her death anniversary, crying. And another thing you can incorporate into the storyline is having Jamie Lloyd married to Sheriff Meeker's youngest son, and he is currently sheriff of Warren County. And you could play that so many ways. But the only thing I'm really leaving out is Rachel's character, because a lot of people like her and she's a fan favorite. But let's see, the only thing I could think of right now is I will have Michael Myers kill her first, and then that's when the whole town gets up in an uproar, and that's when Laurie Strode enters. Because, as you know, Jamie Lloyd, that was like her mother in a way, so, that'll be a great way to start the whole movie off, I think. But yeah, Jamie Lloyd and Rachel had a great bond. I mean, it was unbreakable. But I feel like most of this storyline is very interesting, and it can be exciting. And another thing that might be interesting for a Halloween 4 sequel is Jamie Lloyd having a 17-year-old daughter, and she's the one who becomes the killer. Now, I'm not sure how people will perceive that, but I would probably be open to the idea of having Jamie Lloyd's daughter following the footsteps of Michael Myers. The next reboot option I want to discuss is Halloween H2O, and this might be the most realistic way to reboot the franchise. Everyone pretty much enjoyed the character of John Tate. All you have to do in this reboot is have John searching for Michael back in Haddonfield. That's all you have to do. And just make it a good horror movie. And this will probably make people happy, considering a lot of people despise Halloween Resurrection. Me, I'm on the fence with Halloween Resurrection. Some days I enjoy it, some days I don't, but it still ranks at the bottom for me. But shout out to the Myers Fan 25. I'm not bashing the movie or anything like that. It's just not one of my favorite Halloween movies. But speaking of Halloween Resurrection, the third sequel idea could benefit the whole entire franchise. Majority of the Halloween fandom hate Halloween Resurrection, but I figured they could pull a sequel out of that movie. And this might be the most logical choice. And I'm not talking about Retribution, although Retribution is a great sequel idea on paper. But this is just what I would do. I would have Michael Myers come back to Haddonfield and kill everyone in sight, everyone in town, and make Haddonfield a ghost town, a complete massacre. And just make it a really scary Halloween movie, and just bring back the 1978 vibes. The next sequel idea will involve the aftermath of the curse of Michael Myers. I often say that Halloween 6 is the darkest in the franchise, but I wouldn't mind them exploring the cult a little bit more. I mean, the Cult of Thorn is interesting. A lot of people hate that, but me, I just feel like, man, it was so much going on that you can explore so many options. And hell, maybe even create another killer just like Michael Myers. I mean, because at the end of Halloween 6, it's almost like they really used up Michael Myers. I mean, they had him as a zombie, so there's no telling how many Michael Myers they were creating. Like, Dr. Wynn could have had all kind of children growing up just like Michael Myers and nurturing them and just saving them for, I don't know, a day of destruction. So I feel like that'd be a great idea. And lastly, I want to discuss this sequel. Now, a lot of people love Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, and it's actually gaining a cult following. Now, when I first seen this movie, I was like, man, there's no Michael Myers. I'm never going to watch this. But one year I popped it in and I fell in love with it. And I watch it every Halloween. It's definitely a great Halloween movie. So if you haven't seen it, I suggest you watch it. But wouldn't it be cool to see the aftermath of what happened after all the kids tried on the mask? I mean, what would the parents do? I just want to see how things will play out during that time and just do a whole anthology about all of that. But yeah, those were basically my quick ideas, and I want to hear yours down below. Share your thoughts about all the Halloween sequels you want to create, and you know, I'm definitely going to read them, so definitely make them entertaining. But yeah, if you love Halloween, anything paranormal, make sure you subscribe to my channel and check out my past Halloween topic videos. And make sure you hit that notification button so you can see every time I upload. As always, be safe, peace.